So when Trump finally agreed to sign the Epstein file thing, I started out as in a good mood. I thought that was a win. I thought, maybe we'd finally get past all this. But then I guess Marjorie Taylor Greene ends up resigning. And, the big reason she's resigning is because these stupid Epstein files not being released. And, and this is what I was saying earlier in the live stream. Was Trump contrite or even silent in any way? No. So he's blaming Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning basically on Massey. So here's what he had to say on Fox News.
Are you willing to forgive Congresswoman Taylor Greene?
Forgive for what? No, I just disagreed with her philosophy. She started backing perhaps the worst Republican congressman in our history, just stupid person named Massey. And I said, go your own way.
I'm just going to say this. Trump is a petulant son of a bitch for saying this. A petty, pathetic son of a bitch. If he didn't want people making the big fuss about the Epstein files, he shouldn't have said anything. Yep. But he lost. He tried to dig in his fucking heels like a child. He lost. And now he's going to sit there and call Massey the stupid senator and the worst senator. Well, he beat your ass, you piece of shit motherfucker. You're the one, you're the one who blinked, you dumb son of a bitch. Anyway, let's finish this.
Once I left her, she resigned because she would never have survived a primary. But I think she's a nice person. Okay.
Are you?
Well, at least he thinks she's a nice person.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's that. Well, horrible philosophy. I wonder what philosophy he was even talking about. The philosophy that says we should, protect the kids. What philosophy was he talking about? Maybe we shouldn't make deals with piece of shit pedophiles, to prop up the economy or whatever. Whatever the hell he said or did. Because he's obviously the one that tried to bury it. He's not in it, but he tried to bury it for some reason.
Obviously, yeah.
So what philosophy wasn't? Hey, maybe we shouldn't make moral calculations with children? Anyway, so here's Alex Jones on Marjorie Taylor Greene.
This is a disgusting train wreck. It's horrible. And I am just disgusted with the people that stirred all this up. It's like the Elon Musk, we ran Elon off. Now we've had all these congressmen come out and say, no, Elon was cutting the real corruption of both parties. 90% was Democrat, but he pissed off the establishment. The Republicans forced him out. We knew that. And then it hurt Trump bad, and it hurt Doge, and we're not getting the major cuts we needed, a lot of it. I mean, and people are like, I choose Trump. I choose Musk. I said, you're not choosing one, idiots. This is the establishment running out somebody that is definitely trying to reform stuff.
That's a good point. So, like on Twitter earlier, Razorfist was like, hey, well, Marjorie Taylor Greene's only leaving because her polls were at 12%. Which Razorfist usually has, good numbers, he's not somebody who's, inaccurate. But even if that's true, this is not a win. Who's going to replace Marjorie Taylor Greene? Somebody, Susie Collins, or that woman that has, I think her name's Susan Collins. One of Trump's advisors is going to pick the person to replace her, and it's going to be a Brian Kemp or a John McCain knockoff. What exactly do you gain by losing Marjorie Taylor Greene? Nothing. You lose one of the main proponents of MAGA. What do you gain? What do you gain? Nothing.
Nothing. You lose.
They're like, bye, Felicia, because you didn't, stick behind your man. Yeah, even if the guy was, protecting pedophiles, she didn't stick behind him. So, you're a traitor. You're a turncloak. Wah, wah, wah.
Wow.
And so she's leaving. It's not just the Epstein thing. I think it's also the work visa stuff. But obviously with Trump referencing Massey, it's Epstein. It's clearly Epstein because that was Massey's big thing, and she joined with Massey, and she gave Massey enough credibility to actually get the pull to pull this off. So she gave his cause legitimacy because people, again, our dumb fucking side just considers the libertarians nothing but grandstanders. So, you know, but she gave him legitimacy, and that gave him enough pull to get this thing done in Congress. So for Trump to reference that proves it's really about the Epstein thing. So she keeps the son of a bitch from covering for pedophiles, and she's resigning because he did a PR campaign against her, which is probably why she's at 12%.
Wow.
And everybody's celebrating it. Bye, Turncloak. What the fucking creators of VeggieTales, Doug TeNapel, is like celebrating the fact that she's gone. It's like, you stupid bastard. You want a Brian Kemp in there instead? Who the hell do you think is going to replace her?
Nobody.
Yeah, bunch of dumb motherfuckers. Just everybody's an idiot right now, Trevor. I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's like everybody just, to use a cliche 90s, they took stupid pills or something. It's like everybody's been kicked in the head. I don't know what the fuck is happening right now.
They're taking the red pill.
Too
Is
much.
that what the red pill movement
I
is?
don't, no, that's a whole other thing. Maybe there's too much fluoride in the water. Perhaps that's what it is. Fuck.
I would have
The
tested
needle
that
big.
one.
Huh?
I would have tested that one.
Yeah, it's probably they're probably trying to kill everybody faster.
I've been having problems because my water's messed up.
I don't even drink my water. Like
Yeah.
I have bottled water. Like I don't drink from the tap if I can at all help it.
We get a letter in the mail from our district that tells us not to drink the water because it might cause cancer.
Yeah, you know. But again, that's somebody else not enforcing the law. Somebody somebody made money off that deal too. Anyway, moving on.
Time.
What happened?
I don't know. He's thinking.
Oh,
And now you see I was right. We're not in high school. We're not in junior high, folks. The enemy
we
is the
are.
globalist. The enemy is
It's sports ball. Morality isn't real. Objective principles don't exist. The founders were just talking crap when they brought up human rights. None of it's fucking real. It's all just whatever the hell you can get away with. It's sports ball. You know, the elephant's a fucking mascot. No more, no less. MAGA is a slogan. None of it's real. That's the problem. If people actually acted like morality was objective, then we wouldn't be in this fix. But, you know,
right.
It's just tribalism, teams.
the Democrats. The enemy is the World Economic Forum and the UN. It's that ideology. Not, you must vote exactly as I say or you're out of the party. We need to get more members of Congress in that are patriots. We need more ideas. And I don't think MTG should leave because then with that small majority they've got, she had a lot of power. But see, that's why I'm really mad at Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer has been harassed. She's been driven out of the before. They've tried to put her in prison. She knows the stuff's real. I've been swatted. My family's been swatted. Most of his crew's been swatted. MTG's been swatted over and over again on record. Look at all the Republicans have been shot, killed, you name it. Scalise, the list goes on and on. Look at Rand Paul attacked all those times. And Laura Loomer said, oh, I called this town and they didn't have a report of it. She called the wrong town. Plus, usually it takes days to even get a police report out. The point is, you don't think she's been threatened? You don't think people didn't come to her house? You don't think the left didn't false flag it, guaranteed, and harass her to try to push her out? I know it's them, because conservatives really don't do that very often. And I said that.
Forget he always does these long intros.
So listen to MTG. Listen to her. She says this is not 5D chess. It's not. Trump's great on a lot of things, very sophisticated. It is, he is impulsive, which is an attribute in many ways of leadership, but now at 79, the id is running everything. And he's not even on a power trip. He does not give a flying fuck. He believes he's doing a good job. He has a mission, and he gets it right a lot of the time, but he has missing spots with people like Todd Blanche. Oh, sorry, we can't indict your enemies that did all these crimes that are open and shut, but don't worry, we'll get your champion. So if Trump works really hard, very smart, very funny. I don't think he has dementia, but he does have kind of this exhaustion thing where you push through exhaustion and you get even more wild. And so, and I am glad that the White House watches and listens and it has an effect and they bring Trump in and show him clips of the show. Mark Mitchell confirmed that. I've been invited up there. I just don't go because I'm going to start, I'm not going to sit there and glad hand and do a bunch of stuff. I don't want to wear tuxedos. I don't want to be recognized. I don't want to be thanked in public. I just, that ain't me, man. I was never into it. Now I have an allergy to it. All right. So I want victory. I don't want to be the Washington establishment. The girls was like beer nuts on the counter. Wasn't the main focus. It was the hors d'oeuvre, not the main course. As I told you, money laundering, hundreds of billions through Harvard alone over the decades, sending it out, sending it back, all of this USAID crap, all of it. And it's all coming out. I'm like, what are you worried about? I know Trump's business. He's not been involved in that. But he may fight with Harvard and their $54 million endowment. He may do that stuff and like try to get them to do what he wants, but he wants to be in charge of that all. He doesn't want to have the corruption anymore, but he wants to be, he doesn't want to smash institutions. Well, when something's rotting and about to collapse, you got to get rid of it anyways. So I know Trump's MO. I know what he's doing. So just because she will not engage in that type of Machiavellian thinking, you got to go crazy on her, and that only pisses your constituents off more. And then I see the celebrations from Laura Loomer, who I don't want to attack. I mean, it's just like, I'm the reason this happened, and I think you did help start.
Well, I think that confirms what I was saying earlier. The philosophy, the philosophy thing was she wasn't willing to make the trade-off. That's what, yeah. I think that pretty much confirms our speculation right there.
Yep.
This is why you don't have fucking businessmen running the country. And this is why you don't have fucking generals. You need people with like a moral paradigm that actually believe shit. You have businessmen and generals and all these freaking like these specialists on your council to provide specialized information. And then you have people that are actually righteous and good and decent who have a proper paradigm, filter that information to make a good call. You don't have these fucking assholes that are just concerned about making money, because then they make deals like, protecting pedophiles so that they can keep the money flowing, because they don't fucking believe in anything. Like this guy, God saved his life. And the piece of shit takes his second chance and makes a deal with a bunch of pedophiles for it. But he disagrees. He disagrees with her philosophy.
Hey, Calix.
Hey, Calix. Good to see you, man. So... I'm so mad.
It's infuriating.
And it's sad because she stood by him when nobody else would. She was one of a handful left after, January 6th. Yeah, he says, "Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm in a mood tonight, so." We'll keep playing. We'll see what else Alex Jones says, and then I think we'll end the stream with like her speech, and we'll call it good because she gave a resignation speech, and then we'll call it good from there.
Okay.
So, all right.
It all up. Great job. Who will you target next? Who will you run off next? I mean, MTG was a self-made woman, $50 million, whatever. Started her own construction company. She doesn't need this. And she said, when the revolution's ready, when we're serious, she'll come back. I get it. She needs to take a breather. I ain't taking no breather. Because I got the dogs of the enemy on my ass. And that's fine. That's where I like to be. Because they wake me up in the morning, chewing all over me. I look down, and my teeth sunk into me. A little pat. And now you see I was right. We're not in high school. We're not in junior high, folks. The enemy is the globalists. The enemy is the Democrats. The enemy... Oh, look, she's talking to me. I said, get right with God. Seem to be black-pilled and hostile towards those who don't agree with them. So what does it mean? It's an interesting concept. Laura, if you don't know what getting right with God is, that's the... I mean...
It means not make a deal with pedophiles. That's a good start. Getting right with God? How about not making deals with pedophiles? That's a pretty low bar. Let's start there. Or not justify your dear leader for making deals. Oh my gosh. Trevor, I'm in a dour humor. Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't. Let's watch her speech really quick and let's go from there.
What does it take to lead?
Well,
hey,
and
look
to live
at that.
in a world that won't sit still. It takes a lot of...
I have fought harder than...
This was about her resignation.
Yeah, if this is the actual speech, I hope it's not a stupid clip telling me that she made a speech. Okay. The sick fucks. Ha ha ha. Am I allowed to say that here? Yeah, man, dude, I've been cussing up a storm all night tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I try not to, but I've kind of succumbed to temptation, so you're among sinners tonight. So good night.
Almost any other elected Republican to elect Donald Trump and Republicans to power. I traveled the country for years. I spent millions of my own money. I missed precious time with my family that I can never get back. And I showed up in places like outside the New York courthouse in Collect Pond Park against a raging leftist mob as Trump faced Democrat lawfare. Standing up for American women who were raped at 14 years old, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, whom I fought for. I have too much self-respect and dignity. I love my family way too much, and I do not want my sweet district to have to endure a hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president that we all fought for, only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defend the president against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me. It's all so absurd and completely unserious. I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away and gets better. I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026, and I look forward to seeing many of you again sometime in the future. May God bless you all, and may God bless America.
Maybe she should run for president.
I don't see why he would when half the fucks here are defending this shit.
No.
Oh my gosh. Can you believe that? I remember January 6th, man. I remember when everybody thought Trump was done.
Yeah.
And I remember being one of like 5 people, you know, that was like, no, he's coming back. And having faith and sticking it out, you know. I remember, and she was one of them. But because, you know, he wanted to make a deal with a bunch of fucking pedophiles and she didn't, she's a traitor. And half the damn commentators on this piece of shit internet are out there calling her the bad guy, including Doug TeNapel, Mr. I helped make VeggieTales, you know, a Christian, is celebrating her leaving because she's a turncoat because she didn't want to, you know, make a deal with pedophiles.
That's ridiculous.
It's fucking insane. You know, the same kind of pieces of shit that would get mad at me for cussing are the same kinds of pieces of shit that are going to defend, you know, a guy who made deals with pedophiles.
You're not supposed to cuss, Gary.
I know, right? Those 4-letter words, those evil syllables. So, I mean, I hope you have something to say because I'm just going to keep yelling. I don't know how long we got left before our 30 minutes are up, but I'm just going to keep cussing. I don't know what else to do. Like, I hate this, but... And I thought it was going to be a good week. I thought I was going to come in here and be like, hey, maybe in a month I could take the Still No List logo off and we could go back to everything being kind of normal again.
Well, I mean, have they released the list yet?
No, because Pam Body's got to protect the victims first.
So, no.
Yeah, no. We're probably going to get it like half redacted. You know, it's like they're going to redact all the freaking, people that actually did stuff. Of course, when they say victims, what she means in English is Johns. They're going to redact all the Johns because, they didn't know they were being blackmailed, so technically they're victims. It'll be some stupid rationale like that. So you have any thoughts, sir?
No, I just wish that, the right people would do the right thing at the right, when they're supposed to and when they promise to do it.
It's going to take a whale of an apology to get me back. Like, to sit there and call Massey like a stupid, horrible congressman, even after all this, I'm like, you're just pissed because you lost. You're just pissed because your people didn't fucking blindly follow you. You're a fucking child. And I can't believe I invested so much time and energy in you. I'm half disgusted in myself that I did. It's just more of the same Washington bullshit.
Yep.
And it's hard not to be blackpilled with it because, anybody who's willing to make a deal to protect people like that, they're not the saviors of the country, whatever they are. They're nobody's fucking David or anything else. So, and he could have been. He could have been the guy that turned it all around. Maybe he meant to be that in the beginning, but, he took the ring or whatever.
Yeah, it seems like, that's a good analogy. He took the ring. Yeah, the ring of Sauron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It does seem like here lately somebody's finally got to him. Either paid him off or, did something to really get under his skin and he flipped the switch.
See, Trevor, that's the thing. I'm not entirely sure somebody got to him. Because he's had... Well, see, he did this shit last time. He did... He had... if he wasn't going to learn after Pence, if he wasn't going to learn after COVID, he was never going to learn, and he never intended to learn. If he wasn't going to learn... If he wasn't going to learn after being shot, these fuckers shot him, and he turns around and made a deal with the same crowd. And you know what, Trevor? He knows. Do you remember, I don't know if you saw this, but do you remember when, somebody, I think it might have been RFK, somebody leaked Trump's phone call with Biden right after the assassination attempt. And Biden's like, why did you turn your head? It's like, bitch, do you need a neon sign? He obviously tried to kill you, you dumb fuck. But they didn't want to admit it. I mean, he was whining that his plan didn't work.
Yeah.
And fucking hell, half of Washington was making plans. Mike Pompeo was talking like he was going to be VP because Nikki Haley was a shoo-in because they all knew they were going to fucking kill him.
It didn't work out.
Yeah, but they missed. They missed. And the dumb son of a bitch still made a deal with them. That entire town was in on it, and the dumb son of a bitch still made a deal with them. He has no intention of learning, and he doesn't want to learn.
Pride.
He went in there planning to make a deal because he's the deal maker. That's what he always says about himself. He's the deal maker. He's going to make the deals.
He does say that.
Yeah, he's the one that knows how to do the negotiating. His books, The Art of the Deal. These people are commies, and they want to burn the country down. There is no making a deal with them. They want to destroy everything. And if you don't know that by now, it's just because you don't want to. Whether you want to save the country or not. It's disgusting. It's just... If you're not going to draw a moral line and live off principle here, you're never going to. You're always just going to default to what's expedient. And I'm glad Marjorie Taylor Greene left. because she wasn't willing to play. And I respect her for not being willing to play. And I don't care if her polls were at 12% or not. It was probably Trump campaigning that got her to 12% in the first place. He ran her off. And it's embarrassing that people are so fucking stupid they couldn't understand what the hell he was doing. So congratulations, you dumb bastards. You're going to get another Brian Kemp. And I hope you enjoy your hell. So, fuck you, people of Georgia. Good job, dumbasses. If that stat is even true, which, I mean, Razorfist is normally pretty good about that stuff. But anyway, maybe it's wrong. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm done yelling. Try not to get this angry, but oh my gosh, this week has been wild. So
Yeah.
Hopefully, the other thing is, Trevor, this isn't even supposed to be a political show. Like, this was like the conspiracy theory that ran me off from Alex Jones for years, and here it is, like this mainstay of the news for like ever, because it turned out to actually be real. This was not the original plan, but we're going to see this thing through, or at least I am. You know, I can't not. I can't let it go. Like this is evil. Like this is
evil at its best, or worst.
Yeah. Well, it's beyond. Like you can't imagine anything more sick, or it's hard. You'd be hard pressed to imagine something more sick than what these people actually did.
Yeah.
And he tried to make a deal with them. Like, I can't get over that. And just, like, what the hell is the point of having a good economy and being number one in the world if this is what you're going to do with your power? What the hell is the point? Anyway. Okay, guys. This has been, I know we're ending on a down note, but I'm going to sign off, and maybe things will be better next week. So, who knows? But if you've stuck with us so far, guys, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Faith, Fiction, and Folklore. If you did, we would love it if you would subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Rumble. We can also be found on X, Instagram, and Facebook. And we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Thank you again very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.